win. Our next guest is the associate head coach of, you could argue, the best program on campus, women's volleyball team, fresh off of Final Four. David Hyte is in the house. What's up, David?
Good. Thanks for having me.
You guys played Utah Saturday, so there's like a spring exhibition kind of season, but you just fire out of the gates with Utah. So how'd it go?
You know, it went really well. Our goal as a team was to just come out and get better at what we were working at, and in that regard, it was successful. You know, our passers were working on something specific, and our blockers were working on something, and we're hitting, and you know, that was our message to the players going in was, hey, let's go out there and try to get better, and we were.
So spring practices have been going now for a little while. What has been the focus for this particular team looking ahead to the season?
You know, we lost a lot of good seniors, and so we're just trying to now, we have what you would consider just a younger team, and we're just really just hitting the fundamentals hard. We did about 4 weeks of individuals. And really went over, you know, our keys that we want to stress. And then the last 2 weeks, we've been able to spend more time in the gym and really get into detail.
Yeah, you lose Ronnie Jones-Perry, Lindy and Lacey Haddock, of course. But you return Mary Lake, McKenna Miller, Kennedy Eschenberg, Heather Knighting. This is a good group coming back. Yeah,
it's, you know, we're lucky. We're fortunate as coaches that we have a really good group of girls coming back. You mentioned some of them, but there's also others that are coming back that are really good, and we're just excited to be in the gym with them.
You know, last year, one of the things, even though you had some significant seniors, and Ronnie, and you know, certainly was right at the top of that list, but Coach Olmstead was able to mix in some of that youth, so it's not like the youth is coming in and not having that experience. You guys, in a lot of aspects, had the best of both worlds last year.
Yeah, you know, it's just like any sport that has multiple people on the court. It's a team sport, and us coaches know that, and the strength of our team is our team, and so we take it pretty seriously, trying to develop everybody, whether they're playing for us at that time or on the bench. We know that they're a big part of what we want to do, and yeah, that's just a priority for Heather.
We're talking to David Hyte, women's volleyball team associate head coach. How long did it take to, and perhaps it's still going, but the buzz of going to the Final Four around the program? It's been fun around campus, but is that still lingering, or have you guys moved on? Because your season doesn't start for like 5 months.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we've kind of turned the page. You know, we talk a lot about, you know, we're writing our stories, and in a way that, you know, maybe it's different for the seniors. Their stories, you know, a little bit, well, it is done for BYU. But the kids that are coming back, they're still part of, you know, writing that story, and we know that, and so we're trying to help them have a really special season too.
But that chapter was a little longer, though, right?
The chapter was a little longer.
Spend some time there.
Yeah,
it was good.
You mentioned the story, and we'll get to the new signees coming up in a second. But when you're out recruiting, when you tell the BYU women's volleyball program story, what's the reaction? What's the buzz about this program when you talk to recruits?
You know, everybody that we talk to knows who BYU is now. I mean, they've always kind of known. The only thing that's really kind of surprising to them is that we're actually third all-time in wins.
In the NCAA history?
In the NCAA history.
I didn't realize it was that good. Wow.
Yeah, so we're number 3 all-time. So that's kind of new to them, but, you know, just over the last, you know, decade, we've just been successful. And so the kids kind of recognize that, and they're honored that we talk to them, and we're evaluating them and whatnot. But we know that, you know, it's all about the present, and, you know, trying to get to the future, and, you know, that we just got to keep working hard in order to keep it happening.
It's always good when you win 90% of your matches, which is Heather Olmstead's winning percentage, which is incredible. Incredible. WCC champs and Sweet 16s, and now the Final Four. Really good stuff. McKenna Miller had a serious knee injury near the end of the season. How's her recovery going?
She's awesome. She's totally bought in. She's, you know, spending, you know, hours every day, you know, in the training room, and she wants to come back, and she's doing all that she needs to do that. But she's been awesome.
The team signed 7 new players this past week. What can you tell us about the 2019 signing class?
We love them. You know, there's 7 of them coming in, 2 that have already come in Cali and Morgan.
Is that common in women's volleyball? Where the early enrollee?
It's becoming more common.
Okay.
We just leave it up to the kids, but it's becoming more common. And then we'll have 5 more in the fall that we're super excited about.
Was there a specific position you were focusing on, or is it just best players available, get the talent, and then we can worry about where to put them once we get them here?
Yeah, you know, we try to get the best volleyball players here. And obviously, you know, we have needs, and so we do fill needs based on position. But if we feel like they can help us and all these girls can come in and help us for sure, then yeah, we'll look to add them.
Just depends how you want to shop. Like if your wife asks you to go get milk and you come home with a shovel, she might be upset, right? But maybe you need a shovel or got a good deal, right?
It's true.
It depends. It all depends. Well, David, looks like your next exhibition, March 8th at Utah Valley, 2 o'clock local time if people want to show up. So,
yep.
Yeah, encourage people to support. Thanks for the time, and let's have you sign our Rise and Shout, our flag over here.
Can I tell you what my favorite movie is?
Yeah, let's hear
it. Hoosiers.
Hoosiers is legit, right?
From a young age, I started watching Hoosiers and loved little Ollie doing the granny shot. So.
You can't go wrong with Hoosiers.
Jimmy Chitwood.
Oh, I love it.
He's one of the greatest players of all time.
Coach goes, I go.
That's right. I'll make it. Okay, thanks, David.
All right, thank you.
David Hyte, women's volleyball.